Hello, welcome to Real Frank Football. Thanks for checking it out. In this episode, we're going to take a look at Week 5. The Fox pregame show that competes with College Game Day on ESPN was in Orlando, Florida. And it must have been muggy as hell. Take a look at Mark Ingram's suit. Here he is walking around, and look at his back of his suit. So that means he's soaking through probably his undershirt. I hope he had an undershirt. Maybe he didn't have an undershirt. His dress shirt and his jacket. Now, Mark was out of control for this particular show. I don't know what got into him. He decides to crawl on the desk.
Where my button at?
Oh no, he's on the desk. Look at this. He's on the desk rolling. What's he doing? And then look at the disc pops up. Oh my God.
Mark. Let's go, baby.
Now, my favorite part is Rob Stone. Rob Stone is on the left of the screen here. Let me scoot this back a little. Rob Stone can't believe what he did, and he's like horrified that the desk is popping up. Look at this. Rob Stone's over here.
Let's go.
Look at
Let's go. Mark. Let's go, baby.
Mark. Someone's going to get a talking to. We have so many more highlights of Week 5 to look at. All that coming up next.
Real Frank. You call me a god.
We have a lot of exciting games and crazy plays to look at Week 5. But first, please subscribe and check out my other videos and make sure to smash that like button. We'll start off by looking at the Friday night game, Virginia Tech versus Miami. Boy, was this a nail-biter. And there's a lot of things to talk about with this game. Let's start off by looking at this play. A Virginia Tech player scores a touchdown, but there's a phantom holding call on the Virginia Tech offensive lineman. You be the judge. It was called on number 68. Here he is. Here's the replay. Look at this. Number 68 is at the top of your screen. Let me roll back this here. This is 68 in the center of your screen. Watch him. He's got his guy. No hold of the jersey. Just pushes him down. And he calls, and the ref pulls the flag. That was one of the worst calls ever. And it was impactful because the running back had scored a very impressive touchdown. Now, amazingly, Virginia Tech was still in this game and came back to the final play of the game, where they threw the Ave Maria. Ave Maria, baby. They threw the Hail Mary. It looked good. But here it is, throwing the bomb. Now, you see the Virginia Tech players got it, a bunch of hands on it, and he has it, and he pulls it down, and all chaos ensues. Now, keep in mind, the refs had ruled it a touchdown on the field. You can see in this video clip, there's just so much chaos and hands and players all over the place. How can they really determine and replay what really happened? Virginia Tech, they were robbed. Now, we all love College Game Day, or you like the Fox pregame show. I personally prefer College Game Day. I can't stand Urban Meyer. I think he's a piece of shit. That's why I can't watch Fox pregame show. Now, if the whole entire game day crew has picked Ole Miss, I'm sure Ole Miss won. Oops. Now, I believe in karma in the universe. You do something good will happen to you. Do something bad will happen to you. Try to cheat. And here is another example that we saw one of these last week in Week 4. There's a quarterback and the running back, and the quarterback says, hey, man, you got to fall down. You're hurt. Boom. He goes down. Just like that. Look at it. The quarterback gives him a signal. Watch the quarterback's hand. There he goes. Hey, man, go down. Go down. We need a break. Go down. And he goes down. Just like that. Karma, man. Karma faking an injury. Oklahoma got caught last week. Now we got Ole Miss getting caught. Now, this was a very exciting game. On this play, Kentucky is going for it on 4th and 1. And look at the play call that they do. Quarterback hikes the ball and throws a bomb to the wide receiver on 4th and 1. Look at this. Amazing. What a set of kahunas on Stoops, the Kentucky head coach. Look at the fans. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh my God. I can't believe they completed that. Can't believe it. But look at this ball. It was a perfect pass. Perfect. I mean, yeah, if he didn't complete the pass, everyone would be talking about how stupid a call that was by Stoops. But it completed, and it changed the outcome of this game because, as you could see at the time, they were trailing, and this helped them getting into scoring position to take the lead. Ole Miss has an opportunity to tie it. Here's the kick. And he choked. The kicker choked. Karma. Oh my God. What is happening? I can't believe it. Oh no. We got a party at our frat or our fraternity house. Oh my God. What am I going to do on my armpits? Look at her armpits are up. Look at, I hope she got deodorant on. I hope she got deodorant on. She got deodorant on. I hope she's got deodorant on. Do you have deodorant on? Oh, look at the dismay of the players. They can't believe they lost to Kentucky. And again, everybody picked Ole Miss to win. Oh. So what do you think Kentucky does in the locker room?
Play your ass off.
Check it out. That's Coach Stoops surfing. He's surfing. He's serving. Look at, they're holding it up. That is the head coach of Kentucky, Coach Stoops. Look at, there he is. Woo! Crowd surfing with his player. Yeah. Now, if you look, this is my favorite part. Look at this. There he is. Look at that face. Hey, it's Coach Stoops over his shoulder, and he's loving it. That is fantastic. Now, last week, remember, Indiana beat UCLA, which was a huge upset because they beat them in UCLA. And the fans didn't know what to do. They were beyond disbelief. Indiana's having a terrific season, and they were underdog, and they beat somebody, and they didn't know what to do. And if you recall, I said, hey, why don't you try burning some couches? Now, because of this type of win is rare for Indiana, some of the fans were confused.
Someone tell us how we're supposed to behave right now. I don't know this feeling. I don't know what to do. I'm perplexed and confused, but I'm liking it.
You don't know how to celebrate. What did you do? Burn a couch? Well, guess what? Someone was listening. These are the Kentucky fans. Get some couches, throw them in the street, and burn them. Hell yeah, burn baby burn. They know how to celebrate. Nothing surprising here except Archie Manning. Yeah, he's really good. And he started again. But check out these moves. Here he is, dropping back, throws a bomb, gets hit, and it's a touchdown. Now watch Archie. He's going to get up. Very excited. Yeah, he's pumped. Look at that. I'm pumped. I made a touchdown. Look at it. Oh, my God. Now check this out. What's that? What kind of move is that? You see the little shaky shimmy thing? Doesn't he know he's a Manning? Manning can't move like that. You've never seen Eli or Peyton move like that. He can't move like that. Watch this again. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Whoa. Who knew any Manning can move like that? Michigan versus Minnesota playing for the Brown Jug. Boy, did Michigan get lucky surviving this game. Minnesota comes back in the second half, and check out this touchdown catch by the Minnesota wide receiver. Here's the pass. Here's the catch. Look at that. It's like on the other side of his body. He catches it and spins around and gets both feet in. I mean, look at where the ball placement is. It's kind of behind him on his left shoulder, grabs it with his left hand, brings it in, spins around, and is able to complete the process of a catch. But there was controversy in this game. Minnesota goes for the onside kick. They recover the onside kick in Michigan territory, but a Minnesota player was called offsides. Personally, thank you God for that call. But in reality, that guy wasn't offsides. Michigan got lucky. So Michigan was able to pull it off. And because they pulled it off and they were playing for the Brown Jug, here it is. The equipment guy from Michigan's pulling it out. And listen to what he says to the Michigan player. He's coming to grab it. Showing them. There he is. So you can hear it.
2 hands.
He says 2 hands. You got to pick it up 2 hands because that's a old brown jug there. How does he pick it up? He picks it up right from the handle. Look at this. He picks it up. He's got it from the handle. He's got it from the handle. Look. Oh, he's tossing it around. He's like 100 years old. He's tossing it around in his hands. Look at it. Oh, catch. Thing's ancient. He's tossing it around. Illinois versus Penn State. This should have been a good game because Illinois was looking good, and then Penn State took control. It was never that close. It's unfortunate because We have to listen to James Franklin. Now, as a football fan, maybe you can relate. There's just certain coaches you just hate. You just think they're pricks. And for me, it's this guy, James Franklin. I think he's garbage. But here he is coming off the field at halftime. He's giving the refs an earful. And as you know, in other games, they usually have a sideline reporter or a local newscaster or a local radio station that interviews the coach as he's coming off the field. Listen to how he talks after getting in a heated discussion with the ref. Here he comes. He just got done discussing. Look at
I got to clean up the penalties on defense. The legitimate penalties, not the bullshit ones. But besides that, I think we're playing damn good defense. That was a huge stop.
again. He's swearing. The bullshit ones. He's so heated. He's such a jerk. He's talking to the media guy. He says he's swearing.
Legitimate penalties, not the bullshit ones.
And he's calling out the refs, the bullshit ones. He thinks he's not getting a fair shake in this game. The refs are calling a bunch of ridiculous penalties that aren't legit.
But besides that, I think we're playing damn good defense. That was a huge stop before the half. Thank you.
Now, at this moment, he realized, uh-oh.
Am I allowed to say bullshit?
Listen to this again.
Stop before the half. Thank you. Am I allowed to say bullshit?
Am I allowed to say bullshit? You know what's bullshit? You. Because it was a big game and Illinois was undefeated and it has Penn State because they didn't play anybody yet. There was a lot of recruits. A lot of recruits at the game. This is how James Franklin goes up to the recruits. I believe this was after the game. I mean, they had a lot of recruits. Here he is going through, shaking, clapping their hands, got their VIP passes. Look at, he's just the man of the people, man. He's man of the people. He's hip. He's just the guy. Look at him. Hey, man, how you doing? Hey. Probably doesn't even know any of these kids' names without the badges. Hey, how you doing? Who are you? I don't know. Hey, look at, hey. I'm just a regular guy. Come to my school and play for me so I can make another $50 million for a shitty result. Look at going through all that. Look at these kids, and they're so happy to see him. They're getting their hand out. It's Coach. Coach don't give a shit about you. Look at, there he is. Oh, he's got the cool handshakes down. Bow, bow, let's go. Yeah, he's just the man of the people. I can't stand this guy. Now, venting during the halftime interview wasn't enough. So listen to this way this guy is talking here. I mean, he is so hateable.
But for me, I just want to feel like it's being called both ways.
Oh,
that's
sure.
ultimately
We all want that.
The one play I had a really hard time with. They called Tony Rojas, who's running to make a tackle. The ball's going down the sideline, and he's going to make the tackle, and somebody comes to block him, and he lowers his shoulder and destroys the guy.
Destroyed him.
Why? Because Tony Rojas is bigger than the guy that was trying to block him? He's chasing the ball. What's he supposed to do?
I don't know.
He's going to make a tackle. Someone's coming to block him just because he absolutely destroyed him. It's a penalty. It's not our fault. And what I was told
Why would
was
it
that
be?
he peeled back to knock somebody out. Why would, if the run's going
Probably
back,
did.
why would you peel back to make a block? It just doesn't make sense.
You don't make sense, asshole.
Perspective, and I watched the play.
Oh, you did?
So, again, you're trying to get behind.
No, you're not. You're going to get yourself fired because you're a loser.
Yeah, but it's a fair question. But it's a fair question. Again, you guys have heard me say before, the ones I struggle with is right now we got a reputation for jumping off sides.
Because you are jumping off sides, asshole.
Doing it until we get it cleaned up. So that's got to happen. And the reality is, as good as we played,
How can you have a reputation of jumping off sides when you're jumping off sides? He's so hateable.
we made it a lot harder than it needed to be with silly penalties. And that's on me. Like this whole yelling at the kids, that's on me and us as coaches.
But you're still doing it.
We gotta provide more discipline all the time, not just punitive penalties when they jump off sides. Being more disciplined about how they are in meetings, how they sit up, how they take notes.
So it's all the players, you know? I mean,
All of that. And I believe the more discipline that we have off the field will transfer on the field. And that's my job ultimately.
So it's your job ultimately, so that means you suck. Louisville versus Notre Dame. This was a lot closer than most people thought. To me, it seems like Notre Dame is playing undisciplined football. And here is another example. Play's obviously over. Here he comes. Boom! Headbutt. I mean, what was the point of that? Oklahoma versus Auburn. Auburn's got some serious problems, but I think it all starts with their head coach, Hugh Freeze, because he's garbage. One of the most amazing things I've ever seen before a game started is this. Now, I want you to keep an eye on the center of your screen. The Oklahoma players are coming onto the field, and there's a cheerleader here doing flips. Look what happens. Flip, 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 flip. Boom! Took out this football player right there. Laid his ass out. Take a look again. This guy doesn't see this coming. Who would expect a flipping cheerleader? Boom! Blows him out. He's stunned. The football player is stunned. I mean, why wouldn't you be? You're running out. You're all pumped. And then this wacko cheerleader, male cheerleader, is doing flips. Here's a grainier, zoomed in version. Take a look. Here he comes flipping. Boom! Takes him out. My goodness. Now here you see Auburn has the lead. Now, if you've been watching Auburn play all season, you know what's going to happen next. Quarterback drops back and throws an awful interception. And this guy runs it all the way back for a touchdown. Boop! Here's another angle of that same interception from the field level. Drops back, right to defender's hand, and runs it all the way back. I wonder how the fans feel about that play. Oh no. Oh, it's just so sad. Oh, the poor girl. Oh, my heart goes out to you. Nebraska versus Purdue. Purdue is garbage this season. They are just so bad. It's only a matter of time before their head coach will be fired. But guess who's at it again? Patrick Mahomes is back. Yeah. Do you remember back in week 3 where he was adamant, Dylan Raiola, that I know Patrick Mahomes, but I don't copy after him at all. I've always been like this.
A lot of people think I try to be just like him, but honestly, I grew up, I played baseball, I never liked football. As a kid, I always wore glasses. I've had this haircut since 6th, 7th grade, maybe.
Bullshit.
And I didn't really know about Mahomes then. And
Bullshit.
I mean, I had my own little kick to it, so I mean,
Bullshit.
It's not completely like him, but I guess if that's what people want to say, I mean, that guy's
You want people to say that. Stop it.
one of the best, so it's cool, but I just try to do mimic my game after, myself, but
Liar. Oh, Patrick, he must have saw me and he copies me. That's what it is. This guy is so fucked up. But here he is again. He's running onto the floor, and this pregame entrance should look familiar. Oh, there it is. Patrick Mahomes again. Look at, the jump. Oh, just like Patrick had to scream. Oh, it's crazy. But again, he doesn't copy anyone. This is just Dylan Raiola being Dylan Raiola. You guys are animals to compare to Patrick Mahomes. He's copying Patrick Mahomes. You guys are jerks. You guys are such jerks. I found this clip from the Super Bowl when Patrick Mahomes comes running out. And here he comes. This is Patrick. He's running. Look at, he's running. This is Patrick. This is him. He's coming up to the fans. Oh, the jump and the scream. Oh my God. But you guys, he doesn't want to be like him. So stop it. Just stop comparing him and saying he's copying Patrick Mahomes. Just stop it. You guys are all mean and just don't understand it that Dylan's just being Dylan. I mean, there's no proof of him copying him. Dylan Raiola at the top, Patrick Mahomes at the bottom. This guy's fucked up. That's all I can say. Now, Nebraska was doing something different before this game. Check out this pregame warm-up exercise they're doing. It almost looks like they're doing an Oklahoma drill or a version of Oklahoma drill before the game. Now, usually you see them warming up and doing some jogging, running a couple generic plays, but they're getting into it here. Now, if you've ever been to a football game or a sporting event, sometimes you run into some creepy people. Maybe like him. And it looks like we have another coach unhappy with the officiating during the game. He was called for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We saw one of those last week with Sonny at TCU.
I got a flag. I threw my headset. And I was on the white, so I was under the impression on the white I could throw my headset.
Now, why would he think he could throw his headset and the ref would not take offense to him throwing his headset on the sidelines? But his logic, I threw it on the white chalk line, should have given me a free pass, and I should be able to do that.
The referee said I looked at him, so he knew I was upset. But obviously, he didn't throw the flag, so I was.
So he looked at him as he threw his headset onto the ground, but he still felt like he shouldn't get a penalty because he threw it on the white chalk line. Makes sense to me.
I was just mad, So I'm not here to complain about officials.
Oh, he's not here to complain. He's not here to complain about officials, but he just wanted you to know. He wanted you to do a FYI.
Turn them in. I'll get the responses on Monday or on Sunday. I think we had a tough go of it last week. And here's what I know. Someone's going to have to start the fight for Nebraska.
What? Someone's got to fight for Nebraska? Why, are they in trouble? Someone trying to take over Nebraska?
All right, so I'm here to fight for Nebraska. And so
he's a hero. What a hero. He's here to fight for Nebraska. Get the floats ready and the balloons.
Troy does. Our AD will fight for Nebraska in that way, but
he will fight for him that way, but not like me. I'm the best.
I wanted the fellas to see me out there fighting for him today.
Oh, he wanted the fellas to say, "I'm fighting for you because I love you."
I don't speak disrespectfully to the officials, all that, but I did throw my headset.
I don't speak disrespectfully to the officials, but I did throw my headset and look at you.
And but I thought I was okay because I was in the white. That being said, it's a penalty. Called it a penalty, and Emmett went ahead and made me right. So I felt bad. I don't want to affect the game.
I don't want to affect the game, but I threw my headset, stared at the official, and thought, why the hell is he penalizing me? Oklahoma State versus Kansas State. Kansas State blows them out. But Kansas State's quarterback, Avery Johnson's been struggling a bit. So his coach had a good idea. Give him a book. Help him. Get his mind straight. Instead of putting all the pressure on him. And listen to what book is given to him.
Really just want to give a lot of credit to Coach True. And he gave me a book this week. It's called It Takes What It Takes. And he picked out a few pages for me to read in that book, and it was written by Russell Wilson's mental health coach. And
what the fuck? Russell Wilson's a mess. If you recall, what he's referencing, that he went to his mental coach. Russell Wilson was never the same quarterback after that dismal performance he had that he's referencing in this conversation. His coach hates him.
The pages were pretty much talking about when Russell Wilson threw 4 picks in the playoffs, and then pretty much back against the wall, his mindset never changed.
Mindset was, I'm weird.
And he's up leading his guys, head up, confidence, all the confidence in the world.
Now, if you've ever seen any clips of Russell Wilson, he being a Broncos fan and having to deal with Russell Wilson's garbage play the 2 years and mortgaging the franchise for the next 30 years. The guy is weird.
Himself, and he just goes out there and plays free, and they end up winning that game. And that just really gave me a lot of confidence. Things aren't always going to go my way. And the biggest thing, especially from a young quarterback, is how are you going to respond when adversity hits. And I did a poor job last week of responding and adversity.
I'm sorry, but Russell Wilson is not the poster boy for adversity. He's a mess. He's a mess, and the coach that gave him that book should be fired. Colorado versus UCF. UCF leads the nation in rushing up until this game, and it was expected to be a lot closer. This is Cam Newton, and this is before the game. This is pre-game. Now, don't ask me what the hell Cam Newton is wearing, because I have no idea. Is that a cape? Does he have a cape on? And you know who else doesn't know either, and wants nothing to do with them? Travis Hunter. Cam Newton is following Travis Hunter and trying to get Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter wants nothing to do with it. Who could blame him? Look at it. This guy's whacked. Travis Hunter warming up. Get away from me. Get away from me, man. I want nothing to do with it. I love you, man. I got superpowers. I got a cape on. Just stay away. I got to warm up, man. Look at it. Cam's trying to talk to him, push her back. Get away. Get away, freak. I got to work, man. You're weird. You're weird. crazy. He's still trying to talk to him and get his attention. He wants nothing to do. I got work to do. I got work to do, man. Get away from me. Go away. It's crazy. Boy, has Cam Newton fell from the glorious stardom that he used to have. Remember when he won a national champion and he was an elite NFL quarterback? Now he's harassing college superstars at games with a cape? Now, Travis Hunter being Travis Hunter, I believe right now at this point, he is a Heisman frontrunner, barring no injuries. I mean, he's a spectacular athlete, playing two ways, wide receiver, defensive back, an entire game basically, is phenomenal. I mean, the energy, how good of a shape he has to be in is crazy, and what it takes to recover after a game. But he has an interception here, and he wants the world to know what's on his mind and how he should be viewed. Picks the ball off. Boom! Beautiful interception. Now, I'll give a little background in case you didn't see this play. He was actually guarding another wide receiver that had a route behind this receiver, and he jumped it and came up to pick this ball. Here he is. He's got the ball. There's the camera. Heisman pose. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He did the Heisman pose. Can't believe it. They're already starting the Heisman pose, but it's only week 5. You got to wait for the last week of the season to start making those things. And they have a great picture of it. But to me, it almost seems like it was pre-planned how perfect this picture was. And to add insult to injury, and if you were a UCF fan, oh, poor boy. At least he gets to rest his head on some boobies. Life can't be that bad. You got your head on some fun bags. And when it's Colorado, you know, if you've been following my show, if you win, you party in the locker room. Now, you may ask when you watch this video, Frank, how come there's no sound or music in this video from the locker room? Well, I like having my channel. And if I played the lyrics in this song and had them show up in the closed caption, YouTube would strike me and ban me forever due to the language used in this song, the lyrics in this song. Haha, I like being on YouTube. But here they are. They got a DJ. Did you see that? They have these tables set up with spinning. They got a DJ in the locker room after the game. Here they are talking. The music's jamming, showing off the bling. Yeah, they're into it. Woohoo! Ohio State versus Michigan State. Hey, look! Ohio State finally played a real team. Not any of these high school powder puff for the first month. Congratulations, Ohio State. Ohio State has this very talented freshman receiver, and it hurts me to say that. But this catch he makes is fantastic. Here's the throw. Now look at this. Oh, my goodness, this one-handed grab. And he scores. I mean, it's amazing. Spectacular catch. It really did hurt me to show this highlight, but this kid is crazy good. Phenomenal. I hope he tears the hamstring before the Michigan game. This was probably the game of the weekend. Georgia versus Alabama. Alabama has a comfortable 30-something point lead, 30-7, I believe, at halftime. And Georgia comes back to make this to the game, and it came down to the final section. This was a back-and-forth game the last 5 minutes. It was phenomenal. In the beginning, the Georgia fans were losing their minds. They couldn't believe how bad Alabama was beating them. And nothing hurts more than when you're caught on TV in disarray. Now, Alabama's got a freshman wide receiver too, and this guy is also special. Check out this catch he makes. The ball's thrown. He's great route. Jukes the DB. Look at tips it. Oh, and he makes the catch. After he makes the catch, he's able to pick up additional yards. Now, this is in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left, and you'll notice the score. Georgia, if you can see in the left-hand side of the screen, has taken a 1-point lead after scoring a touchdown very quickly. But now here comes Alabama. The following play after Georgia's touchdown pass, this is the ensuing play. Then Rose drops back, throws a bomb, and guess who? That freshman wide receiver. Look at the moves he makes. Catches it, he's running, dodging people, and he scores. So just like that, we had back-to-back touchdowns. It was an insane sequence of events. So now Alabama has the lead, and Georgia was driving, and they're in scoring range. And here is the play that closes out the game. This is an angle from on the field. Here it is. Georgia trying to score a touchdown. The DB jumps it to seal the game. What an amazing game it was. Now, because it was such a big game, Alabama had a ton of recruits in attendance. Look how happy these recruits are. The camera's going to pan to the right, and you're going to see a ton of recruits. They're losing their minds. These are all recruits, except for that girl. Look how pumped they are. I think it's safe to say they're probably going to go to Alabama. Now, Kirby Smart's built quite the program at Georgia, and you may wonder, why do all these athletes, these five-star prospects, all want to play at Georgia, or they're able to get all these talented people? Well, here is a perfect example. This is after the game, and Kirby is waiting by the tunnel to greet all of the players after this tough loss. There he is. Look at this. He made a point to wait at the tunnel and slap his players' hands in their effort in this crazy game. Every single player. He's waiting for every player to come into the locker room before he will leave the field. Pretty cool. I was pretty impressed by that, but now you understand why kids want to play for him. And because of this. Now, this is his press conference after the game. Now, watch how he handles these baited questions from the media.
I mean, I got asked by the game day crew before the thing about what are you going to do special for Ryan Williams. I said, we can't do anything special for Ryan Williams. They got a guy back there, quarterback, that could be the best running back in the country, and he throws the ball. So you can't put two people on Ryan Williams. You can't do it. You got to make him make throws. And we've known Ryan for a long time. He came to our place on several visits. He's such a great kid. He's extremely fast and elusive. He's got great ball skills. You know, Malachi had really good cover of Joe Nickel and double move. He got on top of Malachi. And, you know, if I had to do it over again, we would challenge him more and get up on him. We were off a lot. But the play he made was actually in press coverage there late. And, you know, that's okay to give that up. That's hard. But we caught that ball on them. You got to tackle him. You got to get him on the ground, make him snap it again. And we had momentum, make him drive it through. But we didn't get him on the ground. And that's the biggest fatal flaw of that play.
What an interview. Nothing but positive things to say. Didn't bash anybody. Was truly honest in his feedback and answering the question. Fantastic. This player from Alabama knew exactly what was going to happen in this game.
And that's my dog. We like 2-2. And I'm pretty sure he's saying the same thing over there. But, yeah, before, it's crazy because we played NCAA last night, and it was like a close game, and he caught the game-winning pick six. So
NCAA?
this morning I was like, bro, you gonna catch a pick? And he was like, of course, like that's what I'm gonna try to do anyway. And so, you know, game-winning interception. I was like, man, and we caught it. I was screaming. That's how I lost my voice, because I was screaming. I was like, I told you.
So the key is NCAA college football. It predicted the whole game to the final play to seal it. Who knew NCAA 2025 could predict the future? Every other school should play the game and see what happens. Florida State versus SMU. Boy, has Florida State stunk. But there is a little bit of a backstory between this game. But first, let's see why Florida State is so bad. Florida State's QB is throwing the ball. And an interception. Now look, why was this quarterback throwing this ball here? There is 3 defensive players in front of this receiver. That Florida State would sue the ACC and try to leave, rather than let in SMU because they thought they were beneath them. Only to have SMU beat them 42-16 is the funniest thing I think we'll see all season. So that's the backstory. Florida State never won an SMU in the ACC, and they threatened to leave. And here they are getting their asses kicked by SMU. Oh boy, don't you think that was on their bulletin board that week? Oh no, someone put the Crying Jordan as the new Florida State logo. Wisconsin versus USC. USC was pretty damn dominant in this game, but check out this hit. Here's the USC receiver going, grabs the ball, boom! Oh, knocks his helmet off. My goodness, look at this hit. Bam, illegal hit, blows him up. The most amazing part is he's able to get up. Boom, over the middle, and he paid the price. Ouch! Arizona versus Utah. This was a pretty shocking outcome. No one expected Utah to be manhandled by Arizona. maybe a little closer, but this big of a difference is quite shocking. But one of the high points was this throw by Arizona's quarterback. Here he goes, scrambling, buying time. He's throwing to his right, and look at this perfect throw on the run. That was pretty special. Oregon destroys UCLA. Another receiver gets blown out. If you ask me, this is Oregon's quarterback's fault. Here's the throw right over the middle, and look at, he's dead. Oregon receiver's dead. And then Oregon's quarterback gets in the face. I don't know why he got in the face. It was his fault. You look, all these defenders are right here. He needs to throw it low. He throws it high where the receiver has to extend his body, leaving him vulnerable to these crazy hits, especially over the middle. Look how high. Bam! He's dead. That's on the quarterback. And look at now, he's pissed at the player for hitting him. You shouldn't have threw the ball that high, you piece of shit.
Play of the week.
Boise State manhandles Washington State. Boise State has a running back that has video game play-like instincts. His name is Ashton Jeanty. I apologize if I butchered his name, but check these out. Here's one run. Look, it cuts it in, cuts it out, bounces out. I don't know how he gets out of this one. And he takes off and has a huge gain, and he scores. I mean, how did he make it through that pile? Here's another run. It's a pass. Little swing out pass. Look at that hurdle. Crazy. It's like you're playing NCAA 2025. And look at this cut. Look at this cut, this bounce. And then he scores. Here's another one. Check out this run. Boom, stop. Nope. 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 I mean, it's insane. These moves, the speed. Boom. He's just bouncing up. This isn't the same play. It's a different play. Cuts it inside. Almost scores. He had 259 yards and 4 touchdowns. And the moves he were making were so simulated like playing a video game of Madden or NCAA. When you have a game like this, you're feeling pretty good. And as we saw earlier when someone else was having a good game, what happens next? Get the handoff. Yeah, and he scores the 4 TD. And what do? Heisman pose. Yeah, I mean, it was a good performance, but I don't understand why all these players are dropping the Heisman pose so early in the season. That's bad luck. I wouldn't do it. That's a wrap for week 5. I hope you enjoyed it and will join me again for week 6. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I think I better prepare. No fear in this world, better beware. No time in the world, yeah, to be scared. Leave it all on the line or don't be here. My ending's unclear. I can feel the quest, it's pulling me in. I don't wanna rest, I need to begin. I listen to my chest, I feel it in the wind. I know that I'm obsessed, that's how I'm gonna win.